Okay, Off the Rails Friday with Eric Francis. Lots of fun. Hey, you haven't seen the World Hockey Championships roster that was released today?
No.
Okay, let's play a game. I'm gonna ask you if this player's on the team, and you gotta let me know. Sidney Crosby.
I would have assumed he would take the year off. I don't know.
He's not.
He's not. Yeah, I would say this is going to be again stupid. I've been Mother's Day shopping all day and golfing. So
John Tavares.
Yeah, he should go. He'll be there.
Denton Mateychuk.
Yeah, he'll be there. He's good though.
He is. In net, Darcy Kemper.
Oh. He might as well go. He had a rough end of the season. He should go. Yeah, I bet
he's not going. He's not going.
No.
The goalies are Jet Greaves.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't know him. I should.
Yeah. Columbus.
Jack Ivankovic and Cam Talbot.
Ooh. This year's World Championships, like I was looking at the Americans and, like Calgary's Matt Coronado's going and the American goalie might just be, look, we know there was so much talk going in the Olympics and Four Nations about the American goaltending situation. They probably got 12 goalies better than Canada's best goalie, right? But the goalie that'll probably start and is their best guy is Devin Cooley from the Calgary Flames this year, who was a really solid backup, had like top 5 goals against average, top 5 save percentage, so he deserves it. But, a year ago, would anyone predicted that? No. This year's Worlds, because we just came off an Olympics, a lot of guys beg off it. This would be the year that you'd have the weakest of all the rosters. So not surprising you're going to see some names on that you're going to go, what? Who?
Two Edmonton Oilers on the back end. Evan Bouchard.
Yeah.
And the thief, Darnell Nurse.
See, Bouchard is smart for him to go, right? He's got to be on Hockey Canada's radar. He wants to be on their radar for the next 4 to 8 years. And he's got to go and, make relationships and prove that he can play on the world stage and prove that he can play defense. And so those are the guys that make sense. But, guys like Cindy, he's fine. His standing's fine.
Yeah, and then a lot of young guys. Celebrini, Dylan Cousins, Dylan Holloway, Fraser Minton. Then there's some older guys, Scheifele, Tavares. There it is right there, up there. So, yeah, like you said, it's an Olympic year. So things are different. Hey, you know what I noticed today? Do you get to vote on any of the awards for the NHL? Do you get a ballot for anything?
Yeah, I've been voted for probably 20 years. Yeah, like Norris and the only ones we don't do are the Coach of the Year and the Vezina. We do all the other ones.
Okay, Coach of the Year. Up is Jon Cooper, Dan Muse from Pittsburgh, and Lindy Ruff.
Okay, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Do you think that if Dan Muse was sitting next to you in a restaurant, you would know who he is?
No, if he was in this room right now with just me and Colson, I don't think I'd be able to.
You'd call security.
No, that who's missing from that list? Coach of the Year, do you think? Utah?
Utah could be in there.
Ottawa, there's an argument that could be made. Look, there were a lot of pretty good candidates this year, and I'm not saying Muse isn't a good candidate, because no one thought Pittsburgh could make the playoffs, but I just pointed to the fact that nobody knows who he is. It's pretty funny. Jon Cooper, I don't vote on that. That's the broadcasters who vote on that, and I'm considered more of a writer, so I think Jon Cooper should win that by a landslide. Like, to me,
Like Lindy Ruff did a great job, but don't forget where they were 20 games in. They were like one of the worst teams in the league, and they were getting ridiculed again. Now, he did turn it around, so he deserves credit for that. But Jon Cooper is the best coach in hockey to me, period. It's the reason why he's the Team Canada coach. And he's never won Coach of the Year. And he took a team this year that was pretty depleted due to injuries. Like Hedman didn't play all year, and Braden Point was banged up all season long. Like, I don't know. I think it's time for Jon Cooper to get the award myself.
And he gives really good sound bites and interviews, and you've been to his bar, so yeah, he'd have the.
And he picked up the tab. He picked up the tab. So
the defenseman of the year, though, that's the one that's also getting a lot of I guess spotlight thrown on it. I don't know enough about the D-men, really. Like, I'd go, okay, sure, Makar, but then you got, who is it? Dahlin in Buffalo?
And Werenski.
And Werenski. Again, Werenski, I don't know enough about him.
So, that's an interesting one. That was maybe... The Selke's always the hardest one for us to vote on, because, like, how the hell do you... Like, that's a tough one. Like, you got to watch a ton of hockey...
Yeah.
To know who those candidates are. You know, it was always Patrice Bergeron because it was easy. Like, oh, phew, we don't have to do any research. We'll just give it to him for the 8th time. When he retired, everyone's like, oh, no, what are we going to do now?
You're talking the defensive forward. Yeah.
Yeah.
This year, it's like Cirelli, Nelson, and Suzuki. Sure.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't have Nelson on my ballot, but I had Cirelli and Suzuki. But The Denoris is interesting. Like, I had as my 3rd guy, Lane Hudson.
Yeah.
I think what he does in Montreal is fantastic, and they had a big year. And, you know, the Norris is not as much like the Hart, where if you don't make the playoffs, you don't get any consideration or it hurts you. Like, if, you know, so Werenski didn't get in, but he still was, I think he was the 2nd best defenseman in the league this year. So, you know, Bouchard was not on my top 5. We list 5 guys on our ballots. Bouchard did not make my ballot. And he's led the league by a mile for defensemen in points, but we all know what a gong show he is in his own zone. And I can't reward that. Quinn Hughes was like 5th on my list, and like Quinn Hughes is a stud. Like, I think he's the 2nd best defenseman in the league. So I had Lane Hudson 3rd and Schaefer 4th. Schaefer transformed that organization, man. Like, that was huge. So I don't know how many votes Schaefer got, but for me, he should have been on, or at least should have gotten a lot of votes. Maybe not top 3, but consideration.
Who wins the Hart?
That's a great question. Like, you know what's fascinating to me, that the players have their own award, right? That for kind of MVP, and
is that the Ted Lindsay?
Yeah, they didn't give McKinnon. He wasn't a finalist this year. I'm shocked at that, man. Like, he must have pissed off too many players, because it's the players who vote on that. And they put look, Celebrini was 4th on my Hart list too, but to put him in there by the players, I was pretty surprised. But I don't know. Kucherov was number 1 on my ballot, so to me, he deserves it. McDavid, I don't know. Flip a coin between those 2 guys, or McKinnon. I don't know. It's a tough one. Who do you give it to? You're shaking your head.
McKinnon this year.
Yeah.
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 Kucherov, I mean, again, his body language, he seems like a bad teammate. I don't know. I've fallen out of love with Kucherov in the last little while.
It's funny. I've heard that a lot about McKinnon lately. I've heard a lot of people say somebody used the word poopy pants.
Yeah.
I'm like, you know, they hate that he gets kind of moody. I just think he's Captain Serious. Like, he's just so hell-bent on winning a cup that maybe it affects the way people look at him. I don't know.
You could say all 3 of those guys kind of seem moody at times, though, I guess.
Yeah. And you know, are any of them real champion, like, spokesmen for the league? Like, I'm not coming down on any of them, but, you know, we all wish McDavid would be a little better in front of a microphone and just a better ambassador for the game, because he is the face of the game. You know, Celebrini has a chance to do that. That kid's got a ton of personality till we beat it out of him in the media, I guess.
Did you hear this? And I don't know if I didn't fact check it, but I heard it this morning on a prominent program. If the Carolina Hurricanes beat Philadelphia, when is it, tomorrow? If they sweep them, they will have 10 days off. I've never heard of that.
Yeah, I don't know if that's if you're report, like I don't know if that's
information. I'm not a writer.
No, but there is a chance that there could be obviously a very extended time off. Same with Colorado, probably not 10 days, but yeah, the way the scheduling went, it's I could see them having at least a week off. That's for sure, and that's yeah. The age-old argument, is that good because they can heal up, or that first game back, are they pretty rusty, and the team that faces them right away is red hot? I don't know. It's I think every coach would like to have that time off, especially this time of year, because guys are hurt.
So it is tomorrow.
They could go to Ireland. They should book something. Look into that.
And get rained on. They'll get rained on for 7 days. You took all the luck out of there. But if they sweep tomorrow, that series is done before the Sabres and Canadiens even play Game 3. That's wild. That is wild.
That's pretty crazy.
Is it? I don't think it is, but is it must-win territory for Montreal? Do they need to get at least one out of Buffalo? I think they can win both at home. What do you think there?
Yeah, I mean, look, I think Buffalo's the favorite in that series for a reason, but everybody in hockey likes to trot out that old cliche, you're not in trouble until you lose a game at home. But if you're the underdog in a series, well, you can win all your games at home and still lose the series. So, I mean, you could win all your games at home and still lose the series. So, yeah, it would be good for them. Look, they weren't blown out of the rink the other night, but they were beaten convincingly, I guess we'll put it that way. So, yeah, I look for a better showing. Everything you hear out of Montreal, and that game started so horrifically for Montreal. Like, they were behind the 8 ball before the game the game was even 5 minutes old. So I think Montreal's going to be fine. A win there. If they don't win Game 2, I don't think they need to panic.
Gallagher back in the lineup today. So looking for some spark. They haven't had a lot of scoring from their studs when you look at who's been scoring for Montreal. Like, they need some of those guys to perform. It sounds like so many people, I don't know about with your crew that you run with, it's like a lot of people are writing off the Las Vegas Golden Knights to Anaheim.
Yeah, I think that's part of because of a lot of people have written off the Golden Knights all year. Like, the second half of the year, they were really sagged, which led to the coaching change for obvious reasons. And, they seem to be resurrected to some degree under Tortorella. But yeah, that youthful exuberance, and they thought that Anaheim wouldn't have the speed or the moxie to keep up with Vegas. And they're doing just fine. Thank you very much. So I'm not writing anybody off. Vegas has a long history of getting better as series go on. Like, that's been going on for a handful of years. And they're the veteran team playing against a bunch of kids. I'm not writing Vegas off at all. But I am impressed and a little bit surprised, like most people, just how good Anaheim is this quickly. And look, they haven't made the playoffs, I think, in 8 years, so it's not a quick turnaround. But I remember even Strome, when he got traded to the Flames this year, he even said, well, we weren't expected in Anaheim this year to be good this year still. They still thought they needed another year or two. So good on them for continuing to take strides.
I thought that, actually, I don't know if you watched the game, Carter Hart played really well in the 3-1 loss. And yeah, the Ducks are young, but then you go through their lineup and then it's like, hold on. Chris Kreider, veteran. Alex Killorn, veteran. Trouba, veteran. John Carlson, veteran. So they do have some older guys. I don't, for betting purposes, I need Vegas to turn around. So that's kind of like scares me that everybody's writing off Vegas. And then I know what.
I don't like it because I'm covering the third round, and I'd rather go to Vegas and Denver as opposed to Anaheim and Denver. Look, there's no bad scenario there unless Minnesota shocks the world here. But sorry, I was just looking at it on a very personal level.
Well, it's May, so Minnesota wouldn't be bad. A lot of nice golf courses around there.
Yeah?
Minnesota. Yeah. Yeah, but I think you're better off in Vegas. Ooh.
Denver is sneaky good for golf, man. I played a course there called Fossil Trace that's got these it felt like Stonehenge appearing out of in the middle of holes. It was really cool. All these old rock formations and dinosaur bones, and I don't know what, not dinosaur bones, but cool. Denver, underrated for a boys golf trip. That's my next one.
Do you want to hear a Denver story? Why I'm pissed off at Denver? Went to Denver for a football game years ago. Loved it. Lodo, that area. Went to the ball. Yet last year, went to Denver for my daughter's spring hockey tournament. Yeah. And we had a bunch of points to use, so we flew in, and I rented a vehicle, drove it, freeway, son and I golfed, University of Denver course, went to the rinks, It's like they have, I know what an HOV is lane is. I've driven enough. I know that. But there was also this you can't merge into lanes at certain times there, and I'm like, oh, whatever, who cares, there's no one around, so I'm not paying any attention. Swear to Gord, get this, I get home, I get a letter from the rental car company, $1,100 Canadians in fines.
For what? Speeding and changing lanes?
Changing the freeway lane thing, man. If anyone out there is listening, hey, first off, you're laughing at me. I get it. I'm looking it up right now. Express lane weaving fines. Think that's what it is. I was a weaving fine guy. Isn't that
Well, you
something?
must have got more than one. You get a bunch of them?
Yeah, they piled up. Because I didn't know any different. Yeah, how's that?
Wow. 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 I don't rent cars. I bet I haven't rented a car, I don't know, 10 years, since Uber was invented. That's what Uber's for, man.
So then we had to do too many. There was the family, right? So we had to do too much. Then I started my West Side brain starts thinking, and I'm like, maybe the next time I rent a vehicle, I should just take the license plate off when I know that there's cameras and just put it in the back and then play dumb if the cops stop. Be like, I don't know. Someone must have took it off. Oh, it's sitting right here. Then I'm like, good to think about that now after 1,100. And I couldn't do anything. I couldn't fight it. If it would have been my vehicle, I would have been like, you warrant for my arrest in Colorado. Who cares? I'm not going there. But I had to because the rental car company paid for it. So there's a story. Yeah. I can't believe I just told that story because it makes me so angry right now. But what's this? Okay, we got to get into this purchase. You on Wednesday you teed it up, or do you want to do the book thing first?
Well, no, it's all tied in. I read this book, Die With Zero, and it's about just spending all your money when you're young and vibrant. And doesn't mean screw your kids out of an inheritance. It means spend the money younger in your life and make sure that you enjoy experiences with them and help buy them houses or whatever it means in your own personal life. Just spend your life. We've got it all wrong, and I've always thought this. You work your bag off until you're 70. You retire for 3 years, then you die, and you leave all your money to your kids, and you don't enjoy it with them. So I've always been very big on spending my money as much as I can. So in that vein, the other day I walked into my golf course, and I walked in and they had one of those, and this is what I want to get your thoughts on, because I don't know what people think about it. I have a feeling I'm going to take a beating from the boys. I bought one of those power cart pull carts, but it's got AI, it follows me. It not there it is there. She's beautiful, isn't she? Mm-hmm. $2,500 for this thing.
What is it called? Rosie? What do you call it? Did you name it? Did you name it?
No. But my wife says, I keep calling it her. And my wife says that's derogatory. And anyway, that's another fight.
Your wife's going to cancel you.
Yeah, I'm getting canceled. So It is amazing. It picks up who you are. You finish your shot, you just start walking, it follows behind you. Look, I just got back from Ireland playing with caddies every day. The combination of reading that book and wanting to spend as much money foolishly as possible, having a bad back, and just coming back from Ireland and the joy of playing with a caddy. Like, those people who golf and have never played with a caddy, like, figure it out and find a place to go where you can experience it, because it's life altering. It's so freeing to just hit the shot, hand your club back to someone, and walk with your rum and coke down the fairway. It's just the best. So me and AI Robera there, or whatever you want to call her, am I gonna get killed by the boys who think that's lazy as hell, or is everybody starting to do this thing now?
No, at our club, there's quite a few guys. I don't know if it's the AI one, but a few guys have gone to the electric
remote control
car. Yeah. I like a good push car. I love walking. Obviously, some courses you can't walk. Like, you're not going to Silvertip and going and hoofing it. Like, that's crazy. But then there's when you go overseas, you have to walk. Bethpage Black, it ends up being 8 kilometers or something crazy. You have to walk it. And it's uphill, a lot of it. But that, I'm totally on board. I think you're fine. The only thing I worry about, because I heard about this at our course last year, I don't think it was the AI one. One guy's, it went kind of wonky and went into the pond. And then he immediately jumped in. Immediately. So that's the only thing I'd worry.
It can happen, but the one, they sold it to me on there, like, look, you can get like a normal one with the remote control, and mine has a remote control too, so it can walk forward and ahead of me, whatever. But it's the AI part of it. It will avoid obstacles. So he said if you walked into a pond, it would follow you right up until it got to the pond, and then it would stop. And I'm like, I've had rounds where I've wanted to walk into a pond, don't get me wrong, and I've thought about it, but I've never actually acted on it.
Yeah. I think you're good. I think.
Okay.
I think. What did your wife say again? She was okay with it?
Oh yeah, she's with me on this whole let's spend as much money as possible on whatever we want, because foolishly. Let's just spend foolishly. So lucky I have a wife that's like, how lucky am I to have how many guys' wives are like, yeah, spending money as foolishly as you want, I don't care. I'm like, wow, like that's usually a big marriage breaker. But no, she's and Lord knows what she's spending money on too. I guess I should probably look into that. Find out what she's doing.
Don't. Trust me, don't.
Do you look at your wife's credit card statement?
Need to know basis, man. I'm all good. I know that there's boxes that show up, like a lot of guys and girls. There's boxes that show up at the house all the time on the porch, and it's like, I know, like I order 3 things a year, so it's not for me. But the beauty, she'll just be like, oh, it's for school. I'm none the wiser. I don't know. Who knows what could be in there? It could be a whole aloe set of, hoodie, pen. I don't need to know basis, guy. Okay, I know before you left to Ireland, we kind of got into this thing, and I was thinking about maybe we only have a few Fridays left, and then we're done. But you and I I like all kinds of music. You said that you were really big into the hip hop scene in the 90s, and I was kind of rattling off Eric B. and Rakim and different. Actually, I was talking to a buddy the other day about back in the day, you'd have to buy the full CD unless you were lucky enough to get CD singles. But you'd have to buy the whole CD, and a lot of times the rest of the CD was junk. You bought it for one song. And the one CD that comes to mind for me was Third Base. Those white rapping guys, Pop Goes the Weasel, they had that one song, and the rest of the CD was junk, although I think. So then I was like, I got to give Eric a song every Friday that he needs to listen to, a good 90s hip-hop song.
Okay.
This week's, you'll remember this one once you go and play it. You maybe remember it before. From the Juice soundtrack. Juice was a kind of a hip hop movie. Uptown Anthem by Naughty by Nature. When you go back and play, it's piano off the start and then a bass line. You'll I'm leaving you with that.
I'm terrible with titles and words, but naughty by nature. Like I got a lot of their stuff and love those guys. So what's it called again? I'm going to write this down. Uptown. What?
Uptown Anthem by Naughty by Nature. Here, I don't think we get flagged if I do this. Do you remember this? Wait till the bass line kicks in, man. Like you'll on the way to the course for the big match, you'll play this. This will get you pumped up.
Oh,
yeah.
I start breaking.
I know. Windows down on the Deerfoot and blast that this weekend. In your
if
Porsche
only I had
911.
the speakers. If only I had the speakers you made in grade 9.
Grade
out
12.
of the wood casing. Grade 12, whatever.
For my CRX. For my CRX, yes.
Well, here's a question. So, if you have those sort of speakers built in the back of your car now, and kids still do that with the CRXs or whatever those little cars are, do they have to come with the ground effects, like the lighting under the car?
Oh, no.
Like, or is it an option? Can you do either or? Because I've never seen. If you ever hear this in the car next to you, it almost always has the colors underneath the car. Am I wrong?
I never got into the colors. I never really got the color. I never got colors or the loud muffler. Why do you need the loud muffler?
Oh, brutal. Those guys should go straight to jail. I hate that.
Yeah.
I'm old man Francis. Cut out the noise. Stop the noise.
With your AI Roberta.
Yeah, I'm trying to play golf over here.
Okay, shoot me a video of that thing on the course though. I want to see it, and then we'll play it. We'll play it next week.
Okay.
Okay.
Cheers.
Have a good weekend.
See you, boy.
Happy Mother's Day.
Yeah,
Happy Mother's Day to Sarah.
Yeah. Sarah. Yeah. I'm gonna spend lots on her.
That's right. Drain the bank account. Get that 911. See ya.
See ya.
It's.